I'm gonna tell you guys a story today. Fix that. So, imagine 17-year-old me, 300-pound 17-year-old me, walking around the outlet malls, looking for jobs with my brother. Right, we're going around and we're looking everywhere, like everyone has got an application we grab, don't care where it was. Went to a clothing store. This wasn't any clothing store, this was a 75% women's clothing store. And they had like a little corner for the men. 4 different pairs of jeans for the dudes, with like 2 little racks of shirts. And that was it. That was it. And they're like, we're supposed to sell furniture, but I ended up getting hired at this place. I don't think my brother got hired at any of them. but me, I get hired at this clothing store, and just like part-time, like once a week type thing. It was like the first real job I had. I'd gone and worked on the ranch with like sheep and stuff like that, but like never had I had like a real like teenager job. So I'd get my parents' car, drive to work, after school. It's like, yeah, I'm a man now. It was weird because I was like, man, I get off at 10. That's crazy. I can't. That's really late. I gotta go to bed at 9. Like, I wasn't any type of partier. Like, I'm a junior in high school, and I'm like, gotta go to bed at 9. You know how you've got like those breaks. Like, for me, like the break was the coolest thing. Like you got 15 minutes, to eat your lunch or your dinner, I guess. I always brought a little bag of carrots. Just little carrots. I don't know if I brought anything else. Maybe I brought like a PB&J or something. But I had 15 minutes to just, I couldn't go anywhere. I didn't have any tons of money because I'd spend it on gas to get to work. So I'd sit in the back room, eating my carrots. I didn't have anything. Like I didn't have a phone. I didn't have like a Game Boy because I was at work. So I'd just sit there. And I'd wait for my 15 minutes, but it was great because I could just sit down. Of course, I didn't really do much. Like, I went to the cash register sometimes, or like sort the shirts on the rack, but like super easy. But it was hard because at night, just the hardest. Like, we'd have to close the register, and they had like this big old long like spreadsheet of like not like Excel spreadsheet, like on paper, and I'd have to like do the math of what was in there in the morning, what was at night, and then what happened during the day, and then have to figure out the speed of light, and then put in an algorithm to figure out the things, and I couldn't do it. I handed it off. I couldn't do it. I was like, I can't get my head around this. I don't know that my manager really liked me. So one time I was in charge of opening the lockers for the fitting rooms. I'd go with my little key, and of course I didn't talk to anybody. My manager was like, you gotta talk to somebody, say hi to everybody. I was just like, but I'd be like, yeah, I'll get you your room. Except we were like, yeah, I'm gonna get you your room. So I'd go with my little keychain on my wrist, go get him a room, and then one day, pile of clothing in this room. You're only allowed 3 items, but there's just a pile of clothing. And it was under my charge. I was in charge of this. I just had, since it was me, my manager, I was like, I'm just gonna not worry about it. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see it. The worst idea. My manager grabs me like 10 minutes later. Nathaniel? No, she was more like, Nate, what is that? Clothing? You do not let anybody go in there with more than 3 items. I don't know what happened. I knew exactly what happened. There were like 4 girls trying on everything in the store. Of course, I didn't say anything because I didn't want to get in trouble. Got in trouble anyway. You clean up that mess now. Okay. I was traumatized, right? Never had a boss get mad at me for anything. And I tried to leave early once because I wasn't feeling well. Like, I legit was not feeling well. And I was like, man, my stomach hurts, can I leave before we close? And she's like, we'll see. Didn't let me leave early at all. I mean, like, the only time we stayed after to count the money. I didn't know how to do that. I would have handed it off to her anyway, but she made me stay, and I just kind of stood around and asked her how to do things, and they started scheduling me less and less. Of course, at the time I was like, oh yeah, they don't need me, you know. Like, one day I missed work altogether. And I didn't know. I thought I worked the day after. I'm like hanging out with my friends, and she calls me and she's like, "Where are you?" Hanging with my friends. I work tomorrow. You work today on Tuesday. I remember it was a Tuesday. It's Tuesday. You work today. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I can come in. Didn't have any work clothes. Didn't have it. Of course, my work clothes at the time was just form-fitting black shirt with like 2 little buttons. It's like a little thing. But like 300-pound me in like a large shirt. Just like, it's fine. It's fine. You don't have to come in. Called her 2 days later, or the day after when I was supposed to work. I was like, hey, do you need me to come in? She's like, no. I was like, okay. I think like 2 weeks later, just didn't schedule me at all, and then just stopped scheduling me. I was like, oh, well, I guess that's, they didn't need me, but now I'm like, man, they straight up fired me. Like, didn't tell me about it, didn't no notice, just like stopped giving me calls. But I had enough money to get myself an Xbox 360 Slim 4 gig. With a Spider-Man game. Excelsior. Best, I guess, experience No, it was not the best experience. I kind of hated it. Retail sucks. But I got my Xbox. And that's all that matters. I did have to borrow a little bit of money from my friend, but I was like, I'll pay you back. I may have paid him back, I can't remember. Good times though.